Justice is personal. It's not collective. We don't punish people because they're members of a group. We don't exonerate them because they're members of a group. We don't change their punishment because they're members of a group. Instead, justice is personal.
Based upon this case law, we have concluded and figured that 119 of the current death row inmates may be immediately eligible for parole if they are successful under their Racial Justice Act claims.
But I believe that what victims' families need, what the state of North Carolina needs, is justice. That's what we all want from the justice system. And if there is a problem with race in our justice system, I don't understand why we don't want to figure that out.
We should remember that for the families who have gone through excruciating trials, and in many cases retrials and resentencing hearings and motions for appropriate relief after that, at some point there has to be closure. Not from the standpoint of emotional closure, because you never get over the death of a child, but legal closure.
This bill is necessary as a safeguard. If we're going to give 12 people, some of which don't have high school diplomas, this power, for lack of a different word, of life and death over a defendant, and if something is mishandled or something is wrong in this trial, they might not understand the legalities, but the judge would, and the judge doesn't have that opportunity. This is a safeguard. We need this safeguard. I firmly believe in it. I firmly believe in justice.
There again, we're looking for some closure. I think we need to trust in our district attorneys and the group that we're working with. You know, laws are fine, but sometimes we can get so many. As we say in church, sometimes we can just program the Holy Spirit right out of everything.
North Carolina has a bloody and bad history on how it has meted out death by the state in accordance to race. Why do you want to perpetuate this ugly history and continue to turn our justice system into the base of a lynching tree? It's wrong. This race-baiting political scheme is wrong, and all of you will be held in contempt in the court of history and human rights and justice if you proceed down this path. I speak on behalf of the more than 20,000 members of the NAACP who have fought since our beginning against lynching, against hurting and killing people, and who know firsthand what it means to face injustice in the justice system.
But a life sentence doesn't mean that they stay at Central Prison. They could go to another prison. They could be under lesser custody. And that's not what I want from a man who clearly has no respect for law enforcement or his own community.
We would be foolish if we were to sit back and say that we are a colorblind society and a prejudice-free society, because we haven't gotten there yet.
I spent 19 years of my life in prison for a crime I didn't commit, and I was one vote away from the death penalty. One. And I had 11 whites and 1 black on my jury. And if you think that race did not play a factor in my case, in me being arrested, charged, and convicted, then you're not living here in North Carolina.